Hello and welcome back to an episode of Bantz with Lawrencia. How are you all doing? If you're doing great. For today's episode, I want to talk about Reno Omokri. Mr. Reno Omokri is on the hot seat. An American ex-politician is dragging him by the beer, by the brocos. According to the man, Reno is a political prostitute. Reno is a pathetic liar. Reno lied to him. Reno this, Reno that, Reno said. Let me just play a video from Arise TV that kind of summarized everything.
Let's now turn our attention to a controversial development as a former mayor of Blanco, Texas, Mike Arnold, has accused former presidential aide Reno Omokri of being a pathological, habitual, calculating, self-serving liar, alleging that he was deceived and manipulated by Omokri during their personal and professional encounters. The allegations have sparked significant attention on social media platforms. Well, Arnold made the allegation in a lengthy post on X, recounting his experience with Omokri in Kenya, Texas, and Nigeria. The accusations include claims about fabricated luxury car ownership, unfulfilled promises of high-level meetings, and misrepresentation of Arnold's identity during media appearances. Among the specific allegations, Arnold claimed Omokri promised meetings with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu, and the Sultan of Sokoto during a recent trip to Nigeria, but none materialized. He also alleged on live television Omokri falsely called him the current mayor of Blanco, Texas, and claimed he's a personal friend of Ted Cruz, both of which Arnold denies. Most seriously, Arnold accused Omokri of downplaying violence against Christians in Nigeria. Let's take a look.
I am going to quote, not a journalist, but an authority apparently. How to identify a hypocrite. Their voice is so loud, condemning injustice against Muslims in USA, yet very silent in condemning genocide of Christians in Nigeria. And that person that said that a couple years ago was Reno Omokri, and he's multiple tweets like that. He made this a very big issue about Christian genocide in Nigeria not that long ago. And according to all the observers and all the organizations and watchdogs, they say it has not improved, that the death toll is higher. So I don't know what's dramatically changed, that he was adamantly repeatedly calling it a Christian genocide in Nigeria. The only thing I know that's changed is the administration and his employer. So,
wow, this story has gone viral.
Oh, Mike Arnold, you're gonna learn. You're gonna learn, and you've learned the hard way. Now, Reno Omokri is a political prostitute. You can put it that way, because Reno is for hire. Reno goes where the wind blows. Reno, whoever pays Reno can get Reno to say whatever he wants them to say. So Mike Arnold says he is Reno's friend. They've been friends for, according to him, for some time. Reno has been to his house in Kenya and his house in the US. And according to him, Reno posed with his cars or his friend's cars and then claimed that these were his cars. He said that Reno is a pathological liar, that when this whole Christian genocide thing was going on online, Reno was the one championing the whole thing, saying that there is Christian genocide in Nigeria, that the Muslims are killing the Christians. So he decided to, partner with Reno. He said he's been to Nigeria for over 14 times, but because his friend, Reno Omokri, was, talking about all these things, he said he decided to partner with him. He paid for himself and his friend to come to Nigeria. Reno promised to take him to the president, to Nuhu Ribadu, political people who could, help. Or I don't even know what I don't understand his motive. Because if he is that ignorant to think that Reno Omokri can get to the president, this whole Christian and Muslim fight has been going on for a very long time. If he thinks that because he came to Nigeria that would then get Nigerians or the Nigerian government to do something about Boko Haram or to do something about the headsmen. He can't be that ignorant. I don't know. Sometimes I say, when I see a problem happening over a period of time, it's because people don't want to solve that problem. It is not because they don't know what to do. It's because they are not willing to do the sacrifices or take on the challenges that is involved to solve that problem. If I have headache and I am busy crying for Panadol, give me money so that I go and buy Panadol, I need Panadol, and then everybody is contributing, okay, take this money, go get Panadol, and then I go away. And then in the next 2 days, I'm coming back to say, I have headache, I have headache. If people donating that money don't sit down and say, okay, what is the cause of your headache? Can you maybe just, if you're in the sun, stop going to the sun, stop going out in the sun, or drink a lot of water, or rest, or, do something to stop the cause of that headache. You are always going to give that person money. And once that person sees that they can get money from you, do you think that they're going to find a cure for that headache? No. Whether they have headache, they might even try to create that headache just to get that money from you. This is the story of Nigeria. This is the story of the headsmen. This is the story of Boko Haram. Because Nigerians and Nigerian governments, they are going out there, getting money, getting aids, getting all these things from the international communities. They don't use it. And if they solve the problem of Boko Haram, they can no longer go out there and say, oh, we have issues. They can't. So they will allow that to happen. Now, coming back to Reno Omokri, we all know as Nigerians that Reno spin tails. Reno is a spinner. Reno is a liar. We've all watched Reno criticize President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, talking about his certificate is fake, and this man will come on national TV. That is how pathetic his lies are. He will come on national TV with his full chest, with his agbada, and talk. And once he gets paid by Tinubu, hey, Reno came out and said that Tinubu is the best. Tinubu's government, Tinubu has a certificate. Tinubu graduated. He was now. Reno is an influencer. And I don't mean political influencer as in somebody who has power. Reno is somebody that you can pay to advertise. Once the pay is right, Reno will sing like a bird. I used to follow Reno when he was writing all these Reno nuggets. He used to make sense. When he was working, when he had a job, he was making sense, talking. But once they said they fired him, allegedly, they said he was fired because he got greedy and was going behind, lying and collecting money. So once he got fired, I remember he started attacking Goodluck Jonathan's government. And since then, Reno has not rested. I don't even know what his job is. Because all he does is, anybody that pays him, he lies. He lies. Mr. Mike Arnold, he lied using his cars to make videos, saying that, oh, he's rich, he has this money. Reno's wife came out and complained that her husband is not taking care of the children that she has with him. Reno said, what? He's going to bring evidence. He has evidence. He has documented evidence. Nobody believed the wife. When Senator Natasha came out and said that Reno Omokri sexually harassed her, Reno came out and said he has evidence. He has evidence. He has flight log. He has this. He has that. Mr. Mike Arnold has accused Reno. Reno is mute. You can hear the crickets. Reno hasn't said anything. Reno is not saying anything because he knows. Reno knows that once he comes out and says something, the man says Reno is claiming that he has evidence, that he documents things. He said that he also documents. And if Reno, one wrong move, Reno will not be able to enter the US, the UK, or even this man will go all the way. And I think that's why Reno is not saying anything. This is why people don't invest in Africa. This is why people don't invest in Nigeria. This man is saying that he's coming to help. He builds schools, he builds IDP camps, and this man also is not straightforward, because a friend of a thief is a thief. He's saying that he knew that Reno was lying. Reno, but you kept him as a friend. Listen, lie to me once, I'll be like, okay, maybe, everybody lies. Everybody tell white lies here and there. Lie to me the second time, I'll be like, okay, you're getting comfortable. Lie to me the third time, poof, ghost mode activated. Because there are certain things you don't allow. If you allow certain things to continue, that person will take advantage, because they're thinking, okay, I can do this and get away with it. This man knew that Reno was lying, and he just went along because Reno promised him to take him to the president, to take him to the Sultan of Sokoto, to take him to, Reno promised, and I'm sure he paid Reno. He was literally shaking during the press conference. They wanted to ask him questions. He was like, no, I need to get all these things out. That was how pissed he was. And then other people that want to invest in Nigeria, this also happened with Nedu and the school in London that very dark black man exposed. They wanted to, give students scholarship. Decided to partner with Nedu. Nedu hijacked the whole thing, did a fundraiser, took the money, plus the 80 million that was paid to him as his fees. People are greedy. The worst thing you can have is somebody who is greedy. The worst friend you can have is somebody who is not contented and who is jealous. These are the worst people. Anybody that is jealous of you can do anything to you. They can tarnish your image. They can lie against you. They can see white and say it's black. They can do anything. But he chose to go ahead with Reno. And now he's crying online. And Nigerians are laughing because we know Reno. We know Reno. But he's learning, and he's learning the hard way. So what do you think? Do you think that this man knew exactly what he was getting himself into, and he went ahead just because of all the things that Reno promised him? Or do you think that he was naive, thinking, okay, maybe he didn't put everything together until the last minute, and then Reno took advantage? Let me know what you think. Thank you very much for watching today's episode. Please like, and share. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.